So
Ooh.
I get to be like,
Oh,
hey,
nice to
I
play.
actually need this one thing for a deadline, so I want it in less than 2 days, or else I'm gonna be really upset.
That's fair.
I got a thing around Christmas and it was missing a piece. Or a part was not missing a piece, but a part wasn't fitting correctly. So I contacted the help or customer support and they're like, "Well, the company's based in China. Well, our engineering team is currently observing the holidays, so they're not in right now, but we can send you replacement parts." I'm like, "Okay, that works." Long period of time. I get the parts, also don't fit. I tell them, they're like, "Okay, we'll send you more replacements." Like, at this point, I'm having to disassemble half the thing, and then they're like, "Wait. Before we send you the other replacement stuff, the engineers just got back from vacation, and they said, wiggle the corner with your thumb." I did that, and it worked.
Great.
How do you
I
feel
mean,
about
thank
this?
I feel like thank you for trying to help me without knowing how to. I appreciate the effort, but it's really nice when the person whose actual job it is shows up.
It is. You see, with mine is that they sent me like the complete wrong thing. Like I ordered something and like I had to check because I ordered yarn and I had to check. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, is this just like a really whack, inconsistent dye lot? Because that happens sometimes. And I checked, and no, the color on the label of the yarn that they just sent me is not the color that I ordered. So,
Hmm.
and this needs to be done by this weekend. So, ah,
Well, do you know what you did order, Shannon?
I ordered a session.
You did order a session. Jamie, can you do the honors of the recap?
Okay, sure. So this one's really easy, because it's right there in the chat. We
Hey.
looked around. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Once upon a time, our group of adventurers had come across a lake. Now, this lake was titled, or named, excuse me, the Lake of the Fated Winds, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick up shortly after we had first arrived at the lake, after Jericho, played by our wonderful Dalton, uh, called us to move back from the water. So we do. And we spend quite a bit looking around, trying to figure out what's going on inside of the water. We wander up and down the coastline a little bit. We ask some of our friend, singular, about what he thinks might be happening, and he doesn't know. Um, and so eventually we try to, you know, we try just approaching the water. One of us, I'm not going to name names, sticks our hand straight into the water, and is almost pulled in by what seems to be a green hand. This does not ease our curiosity. In fact, it makes it worse as we continue to search and figure out. We think it might be mer people now. Some of us think we can breathe underwater. Some of us think that's stupid. And but some of us are desperate enough to try. It didn't work. Um, so eventually, at the end of the day, we're like, okay, fuck this. We're just gonna fish. That's what we came here to do. So we do. We fish, and it's fine. Um, then after that, so we do get really good fish. Um, we try more things to lure what we think might be mer people or weird creatures. Still nothing works. Until Gwyn gets dragged down as well. And now we're all like, oh my god, what the hell? So after a very long fight, we eventually get Gwyn back, and we learn that it's more like kelp or seaweed. in the shape of hands, not a creature. And we go, okay, cool. Do we continue to mind our business? Absolutely not. Um, Jericho believes that this may be something akin to a sea anemone, where there is something living in there, and this is more, it utilizes the natural defenses of the ecosystem to keep intruders out. Uh, Jericho then performs a little bit of prophecy. What the fuck is that word? Divination. And learns that there is a beautiful woman in the center of the lake with an incredible, beautiful sword. And at that point, we're all like, okay, Alfie, too much of a coincidence. You're up. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do? So, I try to walk on water. Does not work. I get out of there. I hear the bell ringing while I'm underwater, and I'm like, oh, hey. I hear the bell again, so we wander around, and eventually we finally find the bell that has been there the entire time. So we ring the bell, throws out quite a few things: oars, this telescope, etc., an anchor, notably. And then we ring it again. Oh, I want to be clear. The sea throws these out because it is in a violent storm. And then we ring the bell again to see if it throws up a boat. It does not. The storm gets worse. So we ring it again to see if, I heard 3 rings in my dream. Maybe it's 3 rings. The storm gets worse. And we go, oh my god. But then now I think, okay, let me try the whole walking on water thing again. At the urging of Astrana, I want to be clear. We were about to leave, and then I go, hang on, wait. So I'm sorry again. I try to walk on water. It does not work. We then spend about 15 minutes trying to save me from drowning, because, as we established at the beginning of the session, we cannot breathe underwater either. Eventually, we succeed. And not without making it worse first, but we do eventually succeed. Too late, we notice some writing on the anchor. Nobody cares about that right now. We just run as soon as everything's good. We're out of there. We go, and as we're about to camp for the night, we wonder where Henrietta is. And we look slowly towards the lake. And then we go find Henrietta. She is by the lake, but the lake is perfectly calm. Like, not a single thing wrong with it. But Henrietta's just hanging out, waddling around on the deck. And so we're like, all right, not even a little bit of our business. So I think that's around where we ended the session. With
Yeah.
finding Henrietta and deciding to go back and take a rest. Jericho, during all of this, is moves from extremely stressed to extremely pissed, and doesn't really come back from there.
But at this moment, all of you are gathered around the campfire. It's about 8 o'clock at night as you have returned with Henrietta to your camp. What are you guys doing?
Smoking, staring at the fire, bouncing my leg like crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
you found
With
Henrietta.
with God's blessing, I am doing the same thing. Exact
Smoking?
same thing.
I'm not giving you a cigarette.
Okay, I'm just staring at the fire. Oh, fuck.
Gotcha. Anything
I think
else?
it's
Yeah, we found Henrietta.
Yeah, and
yeah.
the weather's all back to normal there too.
It's good. I'm glad you found her.
Yeah,
I'm
me
glad
too.
the
She wanders
weather's
off sometimes, but it always gives me a scare.
I'm glad the weather's normal now too. It's bizarre. the lake
Yeah.
was all about, but
I just wish we had gotten to meet that lady.
it would be interesting. Maybe we can come back.
Maybe. She was gone when the lake was clear, though.
Oh. We did kind of crash her house. Kind of made a storm.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, that was kind of mean of us.
I wouldn't really be too keen to stick around if someone did that to my house. Just from my perspective.
Yeah. Hope she found someplace nice to continue her nap.
Yeah. I do as well. And Anya's gonna sort of turn and look at Jericho, angrily smoking. I imagine.
Yep.
You alright?
Trying to be.
Right.
I'm gonna be up for a while, so I'll go ahead and do watch.
Oh,
I'll do watch
okay.
after you.
I can take the morning as usual.
And
Pretend that was with an accent. Jesus.
I will attempt to use my body to keep Maple from escaping while I'm asleep.
Why would I escape? Because you have not supplied me with proper fish?
I gave you fish.
Hmm?
You didn't.
You did not take it with you?
It got swept up in the storm.
That's your fault.
Uh,
You didn't want it.
you didn't want
I
it.
did not
You
want
said,
it at the moment.
You said you didn't like it.
I
You
didn't
should
like it at the moment.
All right. Well, you should specify things about it in the moment or just in general, because we
You
assume
should
you meant.
know.
No, you need to tell me these things, darling.
No.
Because if you don't tell me these things, darling, I can't make them happen for you.
You should know. And make them happen.
Well, you should know that you're not supposed to eat any of our animal friends, right? But you keep saying that you're going to.
They look like a tasty snack.
They do not. They look like friends. Friends don't eat friends, Maple.
Harumph.
And Anya will just go ahead and pat Maple on the head.
And she'll purr a little bit.
That means my coat's powered up.
It's a powered up coat right there.
Yes.
But anything else you guys are wishing to do tonight?
Maple's probably just not Maple. What?
Hmm?
Anya's probably just settling in.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go over and check on Alfie. Who I assume is by the fire right now.
Yeah, generally.
Just gonna sit next to them and ask, like, are you all right after all that?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. It's odd, although I don't think I'll be going anywhere near water soon again.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will be.
No, at first I didn't even want to go in there at all. But such is the way.
Can you repeat that again?
She didn't want to go in there at all at first, but such is the way.
Oh, gotcha. Do you not like water?
It's not very much, no. It's it's too cold for my liking.
I understand that. we can stay by the fire tonight. I know Jericho's pretty pissed, but I'm just glad to see you're all right.
Thank you. And thank you again for everything that you did. I'm glad to
Oh,
see you're all right too.
no, it's nothing. I just wanted to see you all safe. You sure you want to be woken up for watch tonight? You don't want to get more rest?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't mind.
All right.
Do you usually like the water? Is it something you've enjoyed in the past?
Eh, I don't know. I don't usually go for that kind of thing. I guess I don't really like it. I don't really hate it. But
Mm.
I mean, now I kind of do, I think. But I usually do my traveling on land anyway. So,
Ah, well, that would do it.
yeah. But, alright. Well, I guess I'll see you for that watch then.
Yes, I look forward to it as much as you
Yep.
can.
Yeah, well, get a good rest first. And then I'll head over to bed.
Gotcha. Then, is there anything people would like to do on watch in particular?
I think that if Piero doesn't fall asleep during my watch, I will just sort of take him out of the pocket with permission and just sort of give him some head rubs.
And he would like that. Oh, yeah, right there, boss. Yeah.
Oh, it was a rough day.
Yeah, boss, certainly was. But hey, we made it out again.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's weird. When I thought this was a dream, it was easier to just sort of go through. But, and, eh, no offense, but, the fact that you can talk now, which is great, and I'm really happy about, just to be clear. But, uh, a lot of the aspects up here seem kind of, silly in general. So I wasn't quite at the usual state of slightly below constant panic that I usually occupy, and now it's back, and that is good, I guess.
Yeah, okay, boss.
Sorry, am I dumping a lot on you right now?
Well, I guess a lot's been dumped on me recently, boss. Like lots of
That
water.
is. I thought you were talking more about the. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, water. There was a lot of that.
And feelings, and lots of other things. Yeah.
Yeah, that was more what I was thinking about.
It's alright, boss. I live in constant fear of an apex predator trying to eat me. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think sort of being able to sort of get back to a not completely familiar place, but a slightly more familiar place of just petting Piero just does kind of calm him down a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll just sort of keep his watch. And he does want to talk to Gwen a little bit when he wakes her up for hers.
Gotcha. Then, eventually you are able to wake Gwen up from watch. Or watch.
I wake Gwen up. Hey.
Hey, everything alright?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Alright.
Um,
You still pissed?
I'm frustrated still, but I've calmed down a bit.
Hmm. I won't say it's entirely unfair. I mean,
It's
I think you have every right to be angry. It was kind of a lot of really stupid things in a row that we did.
it's also just was it Anya or Strana who gave me that pad of paper we stole from Bungle? Because
Estrana, I think.
yeah, as she did it, she said, "Information keeps you calm," and that is
Uh-huh.
accurate. And Alfie just leaping into a cyclone with no information just hit me in a nerve that I wasn't quite expecting it to.
Yeah, that I understand. It's weird not knowing the rules around here, not really knowing how things work anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and yeah, guess I just gotta keep a closer eye out than I was before.
I mean, I'll help you keep an eye out if that makes you feel better.
It does. Thanks, Gwen.
I'm
Um,
trying to figure out what the hell's going on anyway, so
yeah. Um, can I ask you a bit of a personal question?
yeah.
Feel free, not to answer it if you don't want to. Did you say one of your hands was fake?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Am
have
I,
an artificial hand, yes.
yeah, mind my asking why? Again, you
Um,
can say no.
I it's it's not really something that I tell people, but
It's
I think I should be honest with you guys.
hey, it's fully understandable, and if you want to wait a bit, that also makes sense. It's kind of hard to keep in mind that we met each other after literally falling out of the sky a couple days ago.
Yeah, I no,
So
I
if you
should
want to hold off,
no, I should tell you. It's if we're all going to be traveling together. Um, this is going to sound extremely weird, but I'm not a human. I'm not a
oh,
person. I was made artificially
oh,
by my mother.
oh wow,
And she'll like pull up the sleeves of her coat so you can see that it's like underneath where her like baggy coat is covering basically everything but her face that looks relatively human. Um it's metal and artificial under there. I
huh?
I don't really like telling people, but I mean, it feels like something you should all know. I wasn't going to, and then I thought I should, and then it just felt weird bringing it up. I don't know.
Hey, I get it.
Yeah,
Well, obviously not fully, but um, I appreciate you trusting me enough to tell me that. Frankly,
yeah, I should tell everyone, I think, but I'll, I'll find a way to bring it up at some point. I don't know. I like being thought of as human.
well, if it helps at all, I don't think of you as any left as a person.
That's that's very kind of you, Jericho. But yeah, that's why my hand is fake, because I guess all of it is.
Hmm. Oh, fake subjective, I guess.
I
Certain
guess.
terms. I mean, typically animals aren't conscious, but
That's true.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Yeah.
Night, Gwen.
Yeah. Good night.
Go to bed.
Gotcha. Then, Gwen, is there anything you're doing on your watch?
Gwyn is gonna spend the whole watch, generally keeping watch, but also considering and reconsidering using the dream sand over and over and then chickening out.
Okay.
Just gonna do that the whole time before she goes to wake up Alfie.
Then you can take a hero point for that.
Okay.
And Alfie, you are woken up for watch.
Oh. That time already?
Yep. Any
Ah.
weird dreams tonight?
Oh, nothing of note.
Well, that's good.
Which is weird, but that's okay.
Yeah. Feeling a little better, a little warmer?
Bit, yes. How are
Good.
you doing?
You know, fine as I can be after the events of the day, but happy to go back to sleep.
Ah, well, I won't keep you from it.
Yeah. Oh, have a good watch.
Thank you. Was there anything to note?
Seems pretty uneventful tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Then I'll go to bed.
And I
Alright.
will take up my position.
Anything you're doing on your watch, Alfie?
Hanging out, drawing in the dirt, and keeping watch.
Okay. Then, before long, the sun begins to rise on another day, Alfie, as all of you can take a complete rest.
Yay. I do believe that
Yippee.
means I get my health block back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. And that injury was only on the next roll, so that's gone.
But now the day is yours.
Anya's gonna get up pretty early and she'll, if there's like a campfire started for the day, for the morning to cook breakfast, whatever, she'll just kind of sit by it while applying her makeup.
Okay.
Probably Maple in lap.
Mm-hmm. And Maple will be chilling by the fire.
Hey, Anya, could you do my makeup?
Yes. Of course. What colors would you like?
I don't know. What do you think would suit me? I've never really done this kind of thing before.
I think maybe pink is always a good starting color. It looks good on most people. In my opinion, you have to have the right undertone of pink, but I have quite a bit, so. Or maybe, How used to makeup are you?
Not at all. I've never worn it. But pink could be cool. It could match my bow. And she'll
Yeah.
kind of gesture to the bow in her hair.
Just thinking, maybe pink with a little bit of shimmer.
I like shimmer.
And Anya will then go ahead and start applying some makeup to Astrana, just kind of directing her through it, telling her when to close her eyes, and letting her know, like, oh, this will feel like this. And when she finishes, she'll try to find something reflective to show Astrana what she's done.
Gotcha. And you can do that.
What
Nice.
do you think?
Oh, it looks great.
And what
Thank you.
what Anya would have done is probably just like a nice little wash of pink on the eyelids with a little bit of shimmer in the inner corners.
Nice. Yeah, no, I think Destrana's so excited she hugs Anya.
Anya will kind of do that thing where she doesn't know what to do with her arms, but she'll close the hug. You know, I'm I'm glad you like it. It makes me happy when people are excited about my work, and
Yeah, no, your work's great.
thank you very much. I do miss being able to make things. Of course, I'm not in the studio right now, and I don't have my materials, but it feels a little bit lost when I can't work with my hands for too long, you know?
Yeah. I mean, maybe when we go to Lofalutin, they'll have materials there you can use.
I was hoping that they would. I mean, I haven't even asked Newton if there's any fabric shops there. I probably should.
Oh,
It
Newton,
would make me.
we have a question for you.
The Newton, still concussed, like
Oh,
rolls out of his bunk. What? Eh?
oh, you don't look so good.
What?
I don't know what to do
Let's
about
just hope.
that.
Let's hope Lofalutin has some strong painkillers for his sake.
Can I go up to Newton?
Sure.
Hey, Newton.
Uh-huh.
I hold up 3 fingers. How many fingers am I holding up?
Whackity.
Hmm. Does he have pupils?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they look abnormal?
They're most of his eye, so...
Oh boy.
That is not good.
Okay.
Or it could just be because he's a lizard.
I don't think that's how lizard pupils are typically. Um. What's your name?
Oh... Gex.
Gex is your last name. What's your
Uh-huh.
first name?
Newton.
There you go. All right, bud. We're gonna start making our way towards Lofalutin now.
Uh-huh.
That sound good?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I will be walking next to him for the entire day.
Okay. You are the Newton guard then?
Yeah.
Alright. And what about the rest of you? What are you guys doing on this fine morning?
I'm
Is
gonna ask Anya if I can pet Maple again, or try to pet Maple again.
Oh, of course. If she allows it.
I-
Maybe she'll allow it today. Maybe she'll allow it for 0.7 seconds.
Hmm.
Now
I
that's
shall
no.
allow it.
Gwen's gonna like very hesitantly reach out and try to pet her.
Maple just kind of like stares at you as you pet her.
I'll just keep petting her for a little bit, and then does she react at all?
You can see she's just still staring at you, looking at you.
I'm gonna look
Cat's
back to
like-
Anya and ask him, am I doing it wrong?
No, you're petting the cat correctly. She's responding normal-ish. Like normal.
What do you mean, normal?
And just how you respond sometimes when people pet you.
Hmm. Good answer.
You kind You can you 1,000-yard stare them sometimes, because there's just so much going on in your big brain that you can't express it.
I can express it if I
Sometimes.
so desire.
If you desire, yes.
Hmm.
Hmm. A
You can
good
see.
kitty. Very good kitty.
You're able to see Gwen, the cat's tail is beginning to like twitch a little bit.
I'll tell Maple. You're a very pretty cat, and I'm sorry that we can't get you any fish. At least
Mhm.
not to your liking.
You had the opportunity.
Maybe there'll be some in Lofluten.
Do you promise?
I can promise that I think there might be.
This is not good enough. And she bites your hand.
Ow! I'll stop petting her and just sit next to Anya.
Okay.
Yes, she's like this.
I beginning to see that, yeah.
And Anya will just keep petting Maple.
And Maple will
You know,
allow it.
it would be not. Maple, you can talk. It might be preferable if you just asked people to stop petting you instead of biting them.
They should understand. I moved my
Well, you
tail.
see. Okay. I see. I see. I forgot myself and that we are all made to serve you,
Ah,
and we need to understand you implicitly without fail, because that is what our design is, correct?
correct. You're beginning to learn. This is good. And you can see Maple kind of like walks over to you and just kind of like lays down on you. Happy,
What?
content. You're learning.
Great. I'm being trained, I think. Oh no.
I think so.
Oh no. She's really good at it.
She really is that good.
I'm sorry she bit you. Are you okay? Do you need a bandage? Did she draw blood?
No, I'm fine. That's alright.
Oh.
Maybe one day she'll not bite me.
It'll get there one day. She just needs to warm up to you, warm up to everyone. This is kind of a weird environment for her. She's an indoor cat.
Yeah.
Why are I not indoors still? Where is my couch? Where
That's a
are my
great-
mittens?
I'm sorry, Maple. I will get you some new mittens as soon as we can.
Hmm.
We're just under some unforeseen circumstances.
Like what?
Well, we fell into the sky, darling.
No excuse.
Well, I mean, I think it's a pretty good excuse considering that doesn't happen ever.
You're
I
wrong.
had no plan for that. I'm sorry, you know other instances where people fell into the sky?
Yes.
And okay, and tell me.
I don't want to.
Hmm. Then I'm gonna stop petting you right now.
This is unacceptable.
And Anya's just going to fold her hands in front of Maple, and she's not petting her.
Excuse me. Excuse me. And you can see she just starts like tapping you with her paw.
Gwen is just watching this happen with like fascination. She's it's totally captivated by whatever's going on.
Anya's fully looking away.
Anya? Anya? Anya, hello? Anya? Anya, it's me. Anya? Anya, stop ignoring me. Anya? You can see it's just like that on repeat.
She's still going.
Yep, just still going.
And when enough of that goes by, Anya will just like suddenly pick her up and squeeze her.
Ah, good. You can see she just kind of curls up.
I'm being trained and it's working.
Seems like it.
Have
Seems a
you
little
ever had
too
a
good
cat?
at it.
Yeah, have you ever had a cat before? They usually don't talk.
I haven't had a cat. I quite like cats, but haven't ever had one. I've never had a pet before, so
Oh, I see. Well, as you can see, pets are a favorite among us. We've
I
got
can
a good
tell.
variety.
And we've got quite the menagerie with us.
Yes, so you'll get the experience with all kinds of pets, and you'll have the best idea of which one to get.
Yeah. Maybe I'll find one of my own. Who knows?
Yes, who knows? If any animal could be your pet, which one would you want, or which one do you think would fit you the best?
Well, I don't know. Cats have always been my favorite, but
Could go with a cat.
yeah. Give Maple a friend.
Exactly.
I get the general sense Maple would not appreciate a friend.
Well, with cats, they'll probably be rivals at first, but we'll
Ah.
get them used to each other, and then they'll be friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have no rivals. I am the greatest.
You are the greatest, darling. But if there's another cat around, it'll be someone else's greatest. But you'll always be my greatest, okay?
No.
Yes.
But at this point, is there anything else you are doing before heading out for the day?
As I light my morning cigarette, I am doing a quick bibliomancy reading just for the day. The day ahead.
Okay, roll a d6.
Okay. Don't need the book. 4.
4. Wheel.
Wheel. Wheel. Okay.
Is that WHEEL or WEAL?
WHEEL.
Okay.
And one less cigarette on the counter.
The cigarette counter.
2 less?
Estrana's probably spending her morning just fussing over Henrietta.
Okay, and Henrietta's just like dawdling around, pecking at like sticks and twigs.
Mhm. She probably is trying to be like careful with her makeup also, since Anya went through all that effort. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So Lofalutin, that's our plan next.
Yep. Think so. If we don't get sidetracked again.
Right. Hopefully not. Hopefully they have a doctor there we can uh, take Newton to. He doesn't seem to be
Yeah. I'm a
healing
little.
as quick as we do.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about him.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know much about concussions in lizard people, but I guess I don't know much about concussions in people either.
Yeah. We'll
I've had
just.
I've had a couple, but I don't remember much from them. Just Probably typical. Or maybe not. Maybe I just have weird concussions. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, I assume if they're bad enough. I don't know, well, I mean, it seems pretty bad, but
Yeah. Hence us needing
Yeah.
to get to Lofalitten quite quickly.
yeah.
And I do give Alfie a cigarette.
Thank you.
Begrudgingly and with great eye rolling.
I like to think she didn't even ask. She's just kind of hovering, looking. Large eyes.
You've already gotten it.
No, I know. I said that was the lead-in.
But now trekking back to the side for Lofaluten.
Gotcha. Then, as you all kind of pack up and start heading that way towards the Lofaluten sign, it doesn't take you long before you make it back to it. Of course, you see the path to the lake, the path to the lodge, and then the Lofaluten path. I'm assuming it's straight to Lofaluten for you.
Yeah.
mhm.
Gotcha. Then, as you begin to head down that path, eventually the air starts to become cooler, more crisp, if you will, as you start to make your way through the forest over yonder. Eventually, as you're moving kind of up ahead, you notice the forest kind of grow still, as all of you would have naturally gotten your stamina back up to full, as you come before a strange arch in the forest. Oh, whackety! We're at a breezeway!
Yeah, bud.
Wait, why aren't we at a lake?
We're not at a lake.
Yeah, why aren't we at a lake?
Oh, you got knocked on the head, bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
was the fishing good there?
Pretty good. You got a nice sized catfish.
You described it as good, but you're not unsure if it's one of the best.
Ah,
But
narts.
very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, still on the search, I guess.
Well,
Does he seem like he's been fully rejuvenated?
mhm.
Okay, cool.
But we're back to where the path led us for Lofaluten.
Yeah, this is one of the breezeways.
All right. Great.
Now do your thing.
Right. Thing.
You tell us how to do our thing.
That's your thing, not my thing.
Okay, when it's your thing, how do you do it?
I don't.
You just
don't-
walk through the gate, don't you?
Usually I just go through it, yeah.
Yeah.
If I just walk through it, I assume nothing happens. Does it seem like inactive right now?
Are you intending for anything to happen?
I'd like to go to Lofaluten.
Okay, all of you watch as Astrana walks forward and, like, this iridescent energy begins to shimmer in front of you, Astrana, and then you disappear.
Okay, I guess that works.
Okay.
Newton's a small guy, right?
Yeah, pretty small. He's like 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Could I comfortably give him a piggyback ride?
You could.
Okay. I just sort of get down. All right, hop up, bud.
Oh, okay. Just scampers up.
Hopefully this works. And I walk through the gate with the intention of going to Lofaluten.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Jericho, also with the intention of going to Lowfalutin.
Gotcha.
Same here.
Gotcha.
And I,
Gotcha.
of course, will be following as well.
In that case, as all of you pass through, your eyes are soon greeted by great rolling fields of grain as you look out across like these beautiful, pristine looking fields. You have made it to the tillages. As you look around, the smell of crop and grain and general liveliness hangs in the air. And it just generally almost has a constant moving breeze that rustles the wheat and grain. It is a
Is
very
Newton still
idyllic
on my
place.
back?
Yeah, Newton's still on your back.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hey, we're like, I guess like a day or two north of Lowfalutin.
Oh, okay. That works.
Yippee!
I think Estrana's taking a moment to just take a very deep breath of the air. I imagine it smells a lot like home to her.
It does, actually, yeah.
Jericho's doing that too, but for the opposite reason.
Fair.
Smells nothing like his own.
Correct. Absolutely
I
nothing
think-
like your home.
Estrana probably... Is the makeup Anya put on her tear-proof?
Well, it sounds like we're about to find out.
Yeah. Let's see. Roll for tear proof.
Make a
Naturally, it
check,
would not
Colin.
be.
It would not be? Okay. Yeah, no, I think Estrana is starting to, like, tear up just a little bit. Then she, like, wipes at her eyes and then looks at the makeup smudged all over her hand.
Aw.
Queen, lock in! Queen, lock in! No! No!
Oh, Anya, I'm sorry.
So I can.
I didn't
it
mean
can
to mess
always-
up all your work.
It can always be reapplied.
Are you alright, Estrana?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been nice traveling with you guys, but I really miss my mom.
You want to try and using the sand again tonight?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if it'll help, but maybe I can... Now that I know it's, like, sending stuff to her, maybe I can show her where we are.
Yeah, I think that'd
Well,
be
you can also enter the dreams, right? It's just that time you used it to send one.
Well, Estrana was using it with the attempt to enter her dream. Unknown if she just did it wrong or if it doesn't work like that or what, but that was her intention.
I'll hand over the land to Estrana.
And I think Estrana would probably kind of clutch it very tightly.
Continue walking down the path.
But before we do that, Newton,
Oh.
I know you said that we're about couple hours. Couple hours. Or
Days.
couple days north of Lowfalutin, but are you sure of the direction? I mean, I'm saying that just because you did get knocked on the head.
Oh, I guess I'm not sure.
Well, that's right. It seems there's a town here. We can ask for directions.
There's not a town where you are.
There's not a town here. Oh, so it's just rolling fields with no... buddy. Okay, understood.
Rolling
But there is a
fields of grasses and grains, yeah.
But there is a
Sorry,
path.
I heard grains and
Mhm.
I went, oh my god. Farm.
I need to take you to the Midwest at some point, Jamie. You'd be surprised.
I'm sorry. We travel through Pennsylvania. It's just corn all the way through.
So I will continue walking down the path that we are currently on.
Gotcha. Then will the rest of you begin walking down the path?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Then, there are like signs that people come through this area. You're not like in the middle of nowhere. You're just kind of on the outskirts of Low Falutin, where people would come out, sow the fields, etc., etc. There might be hamlets or houses occasionally here or there, but probably about an hour or two into your journey, around noon, is when you begin to hear something on the breeze. Can I have all of you make a physical check for me?
Mm-hmm. Also, is the path we're on worn or paved?
It's worn.
Holland, would Farmer's Wisdom apply to this check?
No.
No? Okay.
Dang. Nothing.
I just made the most goated roll of my life. All successes.
Spend a hero point for funsies. Just one success.
All right.
Also just one.
Gotcha. Then actually it is only Anya who would hear a little voice on the breeze going, "Help! Help me! Help!" Probably to like your west, like off the path, like over one of the rolling hills.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I heard someone calling for help over there, and she's gonna point over west.
Newton, there aren't like monsters that roam the grasslands, are there?
I mean, sometimes they're not this close usually, but the Breestones were all knocked out of alignment.
Can they mimic a voice?
Maybe. I've never heard of a witch or a ghoul or a bobbly bip doing that, but it's possible.
Bobbly bip. Okay. We should probably check it out, shouldn't we?
Yes, and
Yeah.
if it turns out
Yes.
to be a monster, we can either kick its ass or leave.
Okay, let's go.
Anya, are you leading them in the direction that you heard the noise?
Yes.
Gotcha. Then, as you go up and over one of the hills, kind of going through the taller grasses, leaving a trail behind all of you, you go up over a hill, Anya, and you can see what appears to be like a pasture of some kind, with the gate open. Like the grass matted down as if a bunch of animals had gone through. And you also see that kind of towards the entrance of the gate, maybe 50 feet away, there is a cage with a small little mouse man inside who seems to be trapped.
Oh goodness, are you...
Help me! Hello?
Hey!
Hello?
Whoa!
Hey, are you okay? What happened?
And you can see, as you guys run up, the guy kind of like looks at you guys. Please don't eat me.
Wasn't planning on it,
We're
friend.
not gonna eat you. Don't worry.
Oh, well,
Gonna
that's
let you
good.
out.
Really? Oh, wow. Oh, what a stroke of good luck.
How'd you get stuck in here?
I got tricked.
By what or who?
A wolf. I was supposed to keep all the sheep in the field, but this wolf came by and I said, "Get away!" And I did that for 2 days, and then today he came back and he brought this big cage, and he said that all the cool people were spending their time in the cage. And I didn't believe him at first, but then he got in the cage and he was hanging out and he was laughing and it just seemed so nice. So I said, "I want to turn in the cage." He said, "Come out." I said, "No, no, no, no." And he said, okay, I'll throw the cage over the fence and you can get in the cage then, because I can't get over the fence. And I said, okay. And then I got inside, and then it locked, and then the wolf came in anyway. And he took all the sheep.
Can I Inquisitor like this entire thing?
In perhaps, maybe, like the best or worst moment of your detective skills in your life, Jericho, you think that this mouse is being completely and utterly honest with you.
Oh my god.
He got tricked into getting in this cage by a wolf.
Oh.
What's the cage made of?
Wood.
What?
Buddy.
Okay, is it, like, thin enough I can just, like, pull it apart? Like, is it just gonna snap when I pull on it?
I mean, it's not like twigs, so you'll have to make a physical check for it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Alright, make a physical check.
I don't suppose I can argue that it's relating to... probably not.
Nah.
I'll throw hero points at that. God damn.
Can I
take
try?
the cage and
Go
try
ahead.
it?
What are you doing?
The same thing that Astrana was trying to just break it.
Sure. Physical check.
Okay. I'll use a hero point. One success.
Gotcha. So, from Alfie's perspective, you watch as Strana goes up, like tries to like pull on kind of like the thick wood bars, doesn't budge. Wind goes up, like some of the wood begins to bow and bend a bit, still not breaking. And at this point, you can see the mouse just kind of raises the hand. Excuse me, can you just undo the lock?
Yeah, sure.
You just let him out, Jericho.
Yeah, I just let him out.
All right, you just undo the lock. He just waddles out. Wait a minute.
Oh.
You all have coats on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Mhm.
did you fall from the sky?
We did indeed.
Yep.
Are you the Tattercoat Knights?
Evidently.
Yep.
Oh. And you can see this mouse gets down on like his knees. Please, 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 please. I need to get my flock back, else my village is going to be so angry. Can you?
What,
Yeah, okay.
where did he go?
I-
Your flock.
He went over that way. There's a shade tree on a hill that it's pretty nice. And, you know, the sheep like to graze around there.
Right. So, in the shade of a hill.
There's a tree with a shade tree on it.
Okay.
A hill with a shade tree.
Do you want to come with?
To fight a wolf?
I mean, you don't have to fight the wolf if you don't want to, but like, just, tag along. As you have so clearly stated, we fell from the sky. We don't really know our way around yet.
Okay. And Jericho, I mean, you could see the path where the sheep went through the tall grass.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still
You just want to terrorize the poor mouse?
Yeah, do you want to bring this guy along still?
I'm just asking if he wants to. I didn't say
Hey,
he had
you
to.
farmhand, come with us?
I am asking, not forcing.
You don't have to come with us.
So
of
that's what
course.
Bill Clinton said.
Yeah.
What? It is? I genuinely didn't know that.
Good God, white boy.
I'm just asking.
I mean, you're like if fucking, I don't know, one of the apostles descended from the sky and was like, hey, come do this thing if you
Yeah,
want.
that's
Like,
true.
are you really gonna say
The
no?
Virgin Mary had a choice technically, but that's an angel from God.
Yeah.
Like,
don't worry about it. You don't have to. I think we can see the path.
are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we'll bring your sheep back.
Oh, okay. And you can see Newton will step up. I can stay with him and make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble or cages.
That
That's a good idea.
sounds like a
But
good idea.
are you feeling up to it, Newton?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your head not bothering you?
No. I can't remember if it ever did.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
perhaps you both can look after each other. I'm sorry, we didn't get your name.
Oh, I'm Wally.
Hi, Wooly. This is our friend Newton. He hit his head recently. So we're about to go do the dangerous thing. So how about you both keep an eye on each other, right?
And Wally will just nod.
All right, thank you.
I guess if we're. Yeah. Henrietta, do you want to stay and hang out with these guys?
Why?
Well, we're gonna go see a wolf.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay being around the wolf, or do you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Okay, why don't you hang back here with them?
Okay. Henrietta will just, like, start waddling around and start picking at the ground near Wally and Newton.
And then I think Estrana will kind of turn to them and say, keep an eye on her, please. If you can. She tends to wander, but I don't really want to bring her near a wolf. That kind of sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, okay. Will do. Will do. I'll
Thank
make
you.
sure he doesn't get into any trouble. I prippity promise.
I think Estrana will kind of hold her pinky out for a pinky promise.
And Newton will pinky promise.
Nice.
All right, well, I suppose it's no time like the present to head out and get your sheep back. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, we're off. Just following the tracks where the sheep went.
Gotcha. Then, as you're following the tracks, you're trying to do so stealthily, confidently. How are you approaching this?
It's probably stealthily.
Okay.
I think Estrana kind of initially starts just kind of marching along normally. But then seeing the others being stealthy, she'll kind of drop back and follow
I
suit.
think Alfie does the same thing. Where it's like, all right, time to square up. Oh, no, never mind. Stealthily.
All right, then all of you can make a physical or a mental check to approach stealthily.
I will go mental.
Physical.
I will go physical. I got one.
Mental.
success.
Physical to switch it up. Oh.
What the fuck is... Have I rolled... I don't think I've rolled more than one success tonight.
Why do you suck?
I don't know. Fuck it. I'll throw a hero point at that. No.
Gotcha.
God doesn't want me to succeed.
So I believe the rest of you rolled at least one success, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2.
So the rest of you are kind of like sheltering low in the tall grass, moving through, and Astrana's like eyes are like above the tall grass, like trying to be stealthy, but that means the top of her head is as well. And so it's just like one person's head just moving across the tall grass like a fucking periscope.
Sounds about right.
This is
Oh,
stealth.
great Periscope, tell us what you see.
Could you get lower, maybe? Just like a little?
Oh, am I too high?
A bit.
Okay. And I think Estrada kind of ducks like exaggeratedly low, and is like, I can't see now. Though is the thing.
Just follow us.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, after kind of like following the path, you go over a rise in the landscape, and as some of you kind of peek over, you see in the distance a hill. Upon the hill, this single oak tree casting shade around the local area. Beyond this tree, you can see that there are white, fluffy sheep prancing about in the field, eating, and curled up around the tree is one great, big, black wolf. As he just kind of like slumbers there, you can see the wolf kind of opens an eye, looks around a little bit, and just kind of like wakes up, begins to survey the surrounding landscape.
We should have asked how many sheep he had.
I'm assuming it's all of the sheep that the wolf has right now.
Oh no, I just mean like was curious if the wolf ate any, because it kind of seems like that's what a wolf would want them for.
Well, I suppose we should just get all the ones we see back soon, so we can't really do anything about the ones being eaten.
Yeah. Just out of
Good
curiosity, though, like looking around, do we see any kind of blood splats, any remains, any evidence the wolf has been snacking?
Make a physical or a mental check. Up to you.
I'll do mental. Wood farmer's wisdom qualify for that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yay.
That one I
Let's go.
roll really, really well on for some reason.
Because you love
Uh,
your chickens, and sheep are like large chickens. Nicer.
So true.
3 successes.
Firstly, sheep are assholes and are much meaner than
So
chickens.
here's the problem. I so seriously for like about 5 real world seconds forgot that we were talking about sheep. Because I got into my head about like, oh, obviously, wolf loose in a hen house. That happens all the time. You'd have great, success with that. And
It's
I
a
forgot they were
fox loose in
originally
the
sheep.
hen house.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep, both animals.
You got both animals wrong.
That's okay. It happens.
Happens to you.
So, as you look at this wolf, Astrana, you don't see any, like, blood patches per se, but the belly of this big black wolf seems full. Probably
Oh my
had
god,
one.
we're gonna have to Red Riding this bitch.
What does
As
that
in
mean?
cut its stomach open?
That was out of character. Holy shit. I do not advocate for animal violence.
This whole
Really?
campaign is animal
'Cause
violence.
I was
There's
gonna
only
say,
animals to fight.
You were the one who said that you were ready to square up like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, you were the one pointing a gun at an otter, and who talked you down from it?
No one. I chose not to.
Who was trying? So sheep.
Yeah.
Right.
Does the wolf seem like it's spotted us, or is it still just kind of looking around?
The wolf seems to know that someone is here.
Gotcha.
Hmm. I could try to make him blind. But seeing as how that went with Dr. Quasit, that took a few tries, and that would immediately reveal us.
I wonder if maybe some of us should go up and distract him. And then maybe some of us, or one of us, I don't know, kind of collects the sheep while the others are looking around. Do I? Oh no, there's only one tree and he's against it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna suggest if we could find a branch maybe shaped like a shepherd's crook, but I don't think we're getting that where we are right now.
No.
You know,
I would just like.
there is one thing I haven't tried yet. Let me. Hmm. You see, I have an ability with my cloak where I could summon a potion pot. I don't know what it does. I don't know how much noise or how visual it is. So
I
I'm
just don't know if we have much time to just start brewing things.
right. That's something I'm going to try the campfire tonight. Then I was just mentioning it because I didn't know if there was an application here.
I will say this: the wolf didn't just eat Wally; they tricked him into a cage. So maybe this wolf isn't a fan of confrontation.
Maybe we can just talk to him?
I get the feeling that they really want to keep the sheep. What I'm
How are
trying to
the
say
sheep
is,
behaving around it?
The sheep are like a little ways away, and you would notice that if a sheep tries to like move a little too far away, the wolf would just kind of like raise its head a little bit and growl. The sheep would kind of like freeze, then like go back the other way. It seems like the wolf is keeping them generally close to it.
Okay.
Wasn't someone mentioning before someone could go and talk to the wolf while the rest of us kind of covertly get the sheep away?
yeah, I think Yeah, I was agreeing with the earlier plan. The distraction and shuffle away.
All right then. Which one of us would you say is the most distracting?
I think a couple people should be in each group.
Yeah, I don't
Which
want to
two of
send
us?
anyone to talk alone.
Which two of us would you say are the most distracting? Because personally, I think I'm a bit distracting.
I can try to be distracting.
I can try and round up the sheep. I'm used to raising chickens mostly, but I probably have more experience with livestock than you guys.
Yeah, I'll join the
Yeah.
distraction team. I wouldn't have much luck with livestock, I don't think.
I'll help you round up the sheep. Or try.
Cool. I think we'll make a great team.
I think so too.
Alright,
Right then.
distraction team, go.
Are we just gonna make ourselves known right now, or we're gonna sneak a little bit closer?
Let's let's sneak a little bit closer. Let's put some distance between us and Team Sheep.
Right, right. Do you want to think of a script or something? Are we gonna try and trick him back, or are we just gonna talk to him?
I think just try to talk to him, try to keep his attention away from where Gwen and I are.
Here's a
Right.
problem that I've noticed. The sheep are all around him and he's keeping a very close eye on them. I don't know what kind of distraction will be enough so that he doesn't notice the sheep all around leaving.
a bunch of apparently brand new species walking upright and talking to him wouldn't be distracting?
Maybe distracting, but does he care more than he cares about the sheep? They'll be moving right across his field of vision, is what I'm saying. There's no
Maybe
way around it.
So we
you,
have to move his field of vision.
Well,
you guys thought he didn't like confrontation. Maybe if you just, talk a lot of big game about how you're Tattercoat Knights and you're here to make sure, everything's in order, maybe you'll intimidate him.
And plus, if I must, I can do a little bit of a sparkly thing with my hands or whatever to keep him distracted. Maybe lie to him a bit about my abilities.
Well, maybe you can give him a prophecy reading. Jack, what happens if you use that little book on him?
Oh,
The
the
notepad.
paper?
Yeah, the
The
notepad.
yeah, I attempt to write wolf.
Not specific enough.
I was gonna say I don't know its name.
Oh, maybe we can put it as part of a larger act. You can go up, you can ask his name, act like you're writing things down, part of your divination.
Sure.
Right then, why don't we get started?
Okay. Sneak a little closer.
All right, then you guys can begin to sneak a little closer. You would notice at this point, like the wolf is beginning to look around a little bit more intently, definitely sniffing the air a bit. Knows something's going on.
Should we reveal ourselves now?
Are we a good distance away from the other two?
Good distance, yeah, about 100 feet.
Okay. So let's give it a shot.
Right then Anya will just kind of pop out.
I'll pop out too, I guess.
And I will rise to my feet.
See, the wolf will, like, see you. There's probably about 200 feet of distance between you guys and the wolf.
Right, hello, good sir.
Who goes there?
The Tattercoat Knights.
Ah, the Tattercoat Knights. You can see the wolf stands and like proceeds to give all of you a bow. Welcome, then.
Yes. Fine head of sheep you have over there.
They are good sheep indeed.
How's is it morning?
It's 2:11 in the afternoon.
Okay. How's the day been treating you so far?
This day has been good. I have simply been tending to my flock, keeping them nice and well.
Right, well, you see, we were passing by, and one of the things that we like to do as the Tattercoat Knights is, well, we like to do a little bit of fortune telling to anyone who's interested.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. Are you interested?
The future is for the gods to know. I am content with my place here, thank you. I am but a lowly shepherd of these sheep.
Ah, I see. Very humble. How long have you had this flock?
My pack has kept sheep like this for 4 generations.
Truly. That is a long time to be keeping sheep.
Truly, yes.
Do you do anything with their wool?
They're wool. Well, not exactly, no.
Hmm. Tis a shame. Looks like they have.
Then what do you keep them for?
Food, of course.
Ah, you're a mutton type
Hmm.
of guy.
Yes, all wolves must eat, Sir Tattercoat Knight.
Of course. Forgive me for my ignorance, but I am typically used to a wolf being the hunting type rather than the shepherding type.
Well, shepherding is hunting with more patience, Sir Tattercoat Knight.
Interesting way of viewing the profession.
Hmm.
Destrana at this point would probably try to begin kind of sneaking towards the ones outside his field of vision.
I'm
Gotcha.
following Estrana.
Gwyn, you're hidden. Strana, you're periscoped.
Can I
I'm
try
still
to help
periscoped, right?
Estrana be less visible?
I think following the other's critique, she would have tried to do better.
Okay, make a physical check again.
Okay. Okay. I'll leave that. One success.
Gotcha. Then you're moving through. But Alva, you'd see like the wolf's head cock in the general direction of Gwyn and Estrana, then return back to all of you.
And
Do you
purpose
tend
of-
these sheep alone?
This is my flock, yes. I simply take them to these fields in the day, return them to their pen at night.
Hmm.
Do you care for them with your family? Or
Ah, yes, my pack does tend to many different flocks. We graze them about these areas.
I see. I see. Are they the same breed of sheep that your pack has? Are they different breeds, different colors?
Same breed, same color.
I see.
Did we notice him look towards us, or was that what the other group noticed?
Just the other group noticed that.
Okay. Could I start trying to drive some of the sheep, just I guess back towards where Wally and Newton were?
How?
Could Estrana make a mental check to see what she knows about herding sheep?
Sure, make a mental check.
Okay. One success.
One thing you know about herding sheep is that it's damn difficult. That's why they have dogs for it. Sheep are dumb, dumb animals that do not want to cooperate or listen. They are loud, they are stupid, they are the worst.
Gee, I wonder how you know all this.
Mhm.
Um,
uh,
Do you
Yeah,
have more beef with sheep than you do with turkey?
No.
Okay. Just curious. So I knew where they ranked.
all right. I guess Estrana's. Yeah, she doesn't really know much except for probably seeing other people herding at a distance, maybe. She'll probably just choose one and say, all right, come on, go on, this way, and just kind of try to start shoving it in that direction.
Just goes bah, and it's just like starts like running in an opposite direction, and then just kind of like lazy like dog legs to the side, just running through the fields.
oh, the sheep don't talk. Huh.
Bah. You see the wolf just kind of like perks up and like sees the running sheep. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, we were just talking about the breeds of sheep. But I guess we are just curious. We are a bit new around here, and we like to know we like to learn about the different peoples around here, and uh, it's like,
You said your family's been caring for sheep for 4 generations, was it?
Indeed, indeed.
Have you been breeding the same sheep, or have you been taking in from outside?
The,
Purchase or
flo-
barter?
the flock is large enough to breed from within.
Hmm.
And uh, I don't know how it is where you come from, Sir Tattercoat Knight, but there is a bit of a bias against wolves.
Hmm.
Why, many would
I'm
just walk up and think I stole these sheep.
well. You see, personally, I'm city folk. I don't know
Ah,
much about the herding lifestyle.
I see.
think
no, you go ahead.
if Astrana or would Astrana still have her rope? I don't think hers was used at the lake.
You would have yours, yeah.
I guess could I try and fashion a fucking lead? Try to see if I can just like loop it around one of the sheep and just start fucking pulling it.
Sure, are you gonna have Gwen help you? Because I will tell you,
Yeah,
putting a
I'm
rope around a sheep is no easy feat.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to help keep it still, um, as best I can.
It's bleeding bloody murder, but you're able to do it as those of you up on the hill just like slowly turn around as you see Gwyn and Estrada just manhandling this sheep with a
my God.
goddamn rope.
Oh, wonder who those guys are.
It's
Good thing we're
probably
not affiliated
nothing.
with them.
Oh no.
We're a great team, Estrada.
We're doing great.
Oh
Do you think he
God!
sees us?
No, we're all good, buddy.
Friends of yours?
We have,
Yeah.
so to be quite frank, we ran into somebody who claims that these sheep are theirs. Do you know anybody named Wally?
I don't.
Well, he was a very nice fellow, but he was trapped in a cage, which he apparently walked into himself. I don't ask me how that works, but
Seems like a very strange story, Sir Tattercoat
yeah,
Knight.
very strange, very strange. However, I am usually, and who knows, maybe my skills have dimmed a bit, but I'm usually pretty good at reading people, and he seemed the honest type.
Hmm.
And honestly, I would hope he would be the honest type, because if he was lying about getting himself stuck in a cage on purpose, then I would question his reasoning.
I see. Well, I'm afraid to say, Sir Tattercoat Knight, but this is my flock. These are my sheep, and the sheep of my family and my forefathers.
Okay. Well, in that case, would you mind us just sort of going to talk to Wally, confirm that these are not his sheep, and then we can just keep looking for them, but leave you alone?
Of course, if you could just leave the sheep here, though, I would allow you to take one or two, of course. I'm a very agreeable wolf.
Colin, I have a question.
Okay.
So I know people brand cattle. Do they brand sheep?
Yeah, they do. Or they'll give them an earmark.
Mm, looking over the sheep we're probably still manhandling. Um, do I see any kind of distinctive like brand or mark that might distinguish who it belongs to?
Yeah, there is a crescent carve on the inside of its left ear.
Okay. Um, are we close enough to hear the discussion between the wolf and everyone else?
No, you're like 200 feet away with a bleeding sheep.
We're like plan still going. We're still on our stealth mission.
Uh, okay, then since Astrana has no idea that's going on, she will just take note of that and keep trying to manhandle the goddamn sheep.
Yeah, the sheep is fighting for all it's worth.
We'll get this fucking sheep, I swear to God.
We'll get it.
Would you perhaps permit us to inspect the sheep a little bit? You know, again, I am not the herding type, but you have quite a few head here. Just, take a look at a few,
Be my
pick the
guest.
ones we're gonna take. Yeah.
Well, you've picked that one.
Yeah, seems like it. Um, Forgive me, excuse me a moment, and I will go over to Astrana and Quinn. Guys,
What are you doing? You're blowing our cover.
We got it.
he saw you like 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Oh.
Listen, the sheep is yelling a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't that loud.
I really thought we had this one.
You know he's a wolf, right? Good ears on wolf.
I guess.
But anyway, he agreed to let us take a couple sheep back to Wally to confirm whether or not they're his. We have picked this one by the fact that you have already attached the rope to it. Did you find any sort of mark on it?
Yeah, here, look here. Maybe. So you think Wally might be lying?
I don't think he's lying. I just think that perhaps the stolen sheep have been intermingled with other sheep. So perhaps if we find a sheep with a different mark on it, then we can
Okay.
also bring that one back. Or question the wolf about his differing branding style.
If you asked him how he marks his sheep?
Haven't yet, because I didn't know how these were marked.
I mean, the wolf might have already looked at all the marks, just when he got the sheep. But I guess you could ask Wally how he brands his sheep without, telling him what mark this one has. See if he gets it right.
We'll find out. And I'll go and look around at some of the other sheep.
Yeah, they all have the same crescent mark on the ear when you can catch them as they are running away.
Okay. You know what? Augury, are these Wally's sheep?
As you kind of close your eyes, you get a vision. You see a little baby sheep in like this small barn, Jericho. You can see it nestled up with its mother. You can then see Wally, little mouse, make his way forward. He pets the sheep. You can see various glimpses of him leading the sheep out of the barn for the first time, carrying the sheep on kind of a cold winter's night, feeding the sheep from like a little bottle, like raising them. And as you can see various flashes, you see images of Wally going and just generally tending to the sheep for days and days and days. And then your vision kind of begins to fade.
Do these sheep have the crescent moon earmark?
They do, yes.
All right. I think these are Wally's sheep.
Hmm.
Trick is what to do about the wolf.
We haven't asked his name yet. Perhaps we can ask his name. You can write it down in your book, and it might reveal a little bit more about him.
True.
Might be able to give us information that lets us really know for certain he's lying.
Sure. Could do. I will go back up to the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say, quality head of sheep.
Thank you, Sir Tattercoat Knight.
Oh, what's your name, by the way? I never asked.
Crescent.
Crescent. All right. No surname to speak of.
Sir Tattercoat Knight, I am a wild wolf.
You're a wild wolf who herds.
Indeed.
Um. Well, I think we've picked out which other one we'd like to take. We're just gonna try and, sort of put another lead on, so it'll take a couple minutes. Be right back.
Of course.
And
Thank
as
you.
I'm walking, of course, and as I'm walking away, I will attempt writing Crescent into the notepad.
Gotcha. You still don't get anything.
I figured.
Perhaps some of us should stay behind just to make sure he doesn't bolt with the flock.
I agree. I was thinking of staying as well.
Oh, sorry. No, I was speaking very quietly. Very quietly.
Yeah, I was speaking quietly.
Yes. I say, oh, no, I am 100% convinced that these sheep are Wally's. I wasn't. I feel no need to do the actual take two sheep to confirm thing. I think that air quotes Crescent only agreed to it so that we would turn our backs and they could bolt with the rest of them. So,
So how are we gonna get all the sheep? Then
under normal circumstances, I would.
Do not shoot the wolf.
Why do you.
That's a person.
Alfie?
what is a person, Alfie?
The idea of a person has gotten wildly bigger since we got into this world.
Also,
Weird position's like 200 feet from Crescent, correct?
Yeah.
Alfie, my question was, why did you think that was my instinct? Why did you think I was gonna jump straight to trying to shoot the wolf?
The last few times we talked, it mentioned that it was your go-to.
When did I say that was my go-to?
It was
We will have.
Julieta, and you talked to, I believe, you talked to Bungle, mentioning that you had the gun and preferred to use it.
Did
As
I?
well as a
I don't
few
remember
different
that.
times. Your hand has been.
I have shot my gun, I don't know, twice since being here?
Okay, then what's your plan? That's all I'm asking.
What I was going to say is that under normal circumstances, I would be able to, being a law-abiding private detective, be able to present evidence of the theft to local guards of some form, but there don't seem to be any around, and we seem to be at least a certain form of authority in this case. Um, we could try threats, but I don't like jumping straight to that.
him the way that he tricked Wally.
Yeah, but they're the one that tricked Wally. So presumably they would, you know.
Maybe not the exact same, but some sort of restraint trick.
I mean, I'm on board for it, but just confused as to the method here.
Maybe we could. I don't know. Like lure them away. Maybe some of us. And I am speaking quietly for the record. Um, figures and all. Um, maybe we could actually real quick. Does he? Casting glance over at him. Do I see like a twitch of the ear or anything? Any indication he's listening?
Yeah, his ears are twitching.
When we were over there, did we see anything else by the tree, or was it just him?
It was just him.
Hmm.
I think he's been listening the entire time. I don't know if we're
Oh,
gonna get anywhere with this.
yeah, no, I assume so. I would like to use um note in the sleeve to get some more insight on the wolf.
Okay. This wolf seems to favor outsmarting his opponents and getting things done in the easiest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think they are much for putting up resistance or a fight where they don't think there needs to be one.
Gotcha.
Oh, I had a suggestion, but I don't think Estrana heard that information.
Um, I did say something to that effect earlier. I will say.
Oh, not that part. Like out of character, I was going to suggest, since he mentioned his family has multiple flocks, if maybe he turns this one over to the care of Wally while we sort this out. Um, and he goes to tend one of the other flocks that his family allegedly has.
Yeah,
But Destrana didn't
allegedly.
hear that. Destrana didn't hear like any of the backstory he gave you, so I can't say that in character.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. Did he give you any information on him?
Yeah, but
Anything that might
but
be helpful?
let's. I think we should go back and talk to him some more. All of
Okay.
us this time.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Sorry
go
for
have a.
bothering you, Mr. Sheep. And I'll kind of give it
Meh.
a pat. I know. I'm sorry. I'm taking my rope back though.
Okay.
Then if we're ready, I'm marching up to the wolf.
Yep, walking up to
Yep.
the wolf.
Yep.
Gotcha. The wolf is still just chilling out there. Now he's just kind of gone down and seems to just be relaxing. Ah. Is there a problem?
Yeah, a bit of one. See, as stated before, the sheep here are just such quality that it's hard to pick just two. So, I was wondering if you might be amenable to just coming and having a chat with Wally.
Oh, a wolf to come and speak to another. It usually ends in shouting.
Well, we're here to protect you.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll be here to sort out any misunderstandings.
Ah, I see.
Yes. And of course, we could just bring your flock along. I mean, there's plenty of grass.
Hmm. An excellent idea. Would you be amenable to me bringing the leader of my pack?
Well, what would the reason for that be? It seems to be a fairly limited issue.
Even in limited issues, a leader must speak. While I tend to these sheep, they are really not mine. They're the responsibility of the pack itself. Do you understand how these things are? I go there, I might speak, but what happens, Sir Tattercoat Knight, if I speak out of turn? And then things go wrong, and then I am to blame when I could have just gotten my elder, who knows far more than I, and this situation can be resolved peacefully and amicably.
Wow.
Looking at him, oh, what's our
No.
distance now?
Like 30 feet.
Like 30 feet? Okay. I think it's kind of hard to read. Astrana wants to kind of pick up on his vibe. Could I, could Mind Reader proc?
Sure. You're
Cool,
wanting to. Hmm?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I assume his mental is higher than mine, but I'll attempt it.
Yeah, his mental is higher than yours, technically.
Um,
Let's see here.
I'll, for funsies, I'll throw my last hero point into that. Oh,
Hmm?
shit.
Mm.
I mean, I declared that before seeing the roll, so just to be fair, I'll use the hero point anyway. So
Okay,
one success.
gotcha. Um, but as you begin to press into the wolf's mind, you begin to receive like flashes and images. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Mm. I think she's curious about his elder, especially because so far it seems like he's mainly just been handling this on his own.
Yeah, there is no elder. He's a lone wolf.
I thought so.
Your name's Crescent, right?
It is, yes.
Right. Crescent, you, I get the feeling you don't really have an elder. You seem like you're doing just fine on your own.
Well, that does sound like a grand compliment to me, but I would be nowhere without those who have my back.
What's your elder's name, by chance?
My elder's name is Fang.
Where does your pack hang around?
We are wild. We wander these fields with our flocks.
Well, I assume you know where they are since you offered to go get them.
Yes.
Feel free.
To go and get them?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Tattercoat Knight. You can see Crescent will stand and will give you a bow. And then we'll begin to trot off kind of to the northeast through the fields till he kind of goes over one rise and is gone.
God, I had something else to point out, but Estrana didn't hear
Oh,
that, so I couldn't point it out either. But like
damn.
he him talking about being nomadic, he said before that he puts the sheep in the pens at night. That requires there to be an actual, stable building they're
Yeah.
permanently at.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't. Like, nomads set up pens as they went often.
Okay.
Pocket pen. Anyways, we gotta get these sheep.
Yeah. Could someone look, Astrana? No offense. Do you actually know how to herd sheep?
Now,
Okay.
I have an
You
idea.
did a pretty good
I
try,
have an
though.
idea.
thank you.
How about one or two of us goes and gets Wally, seeing how the wolf is gone now, and I'm sure Wally will know what to do.
Exactly my thinking, Anya. Okay, who wants to come with?
I'll come with you.
All right, let's go get Wally.
Gotcha. Then, as you go back, so what? It's Gwen and Jericho going back to get Wally.
Yep.
Yeah, think so.
Okay. Then as you guys head back, you kind of retrace your steps, and as you do, you go up and go over a hill, and you see kind of the pen below. You can see Newton and Wally are asleep. You also see this strange, like, geometric cube made out of what appears to be pure marble floating in the air, with all of these smaller geometric triangles made out of different types of like stone and dirt floating around it, as Henrietta is just moving around pecking at the dirt.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Said Wally and Newton are just asleep?
They're asleep, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be or does it seem to be reacting at all to Henrietta moving around?
Doesn't seem to be reacting at all. It's just there.
I think we can get closer.
Yeah.
So just sort of inch our way closer to the sleeping pair.
Mm-hmm.
Have a hand on my sword just in case. For why, I don't know, but just in case.
Are you waking them up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see Wally like wakes up. What? Oh, Mr. Tattercoat Knight. Whoa, what's that?
I don't know. I
I
hope
was
that you
gonna
know.
ask if you
Oh,
knew. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wake up, Newton.
Hello. Oh, whoa, that's tipping.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. Wally?
Oh, yes.
We got the wolf to go away. Your sheep being watched over by the others.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we just need your help actually getting them back.
Oh, I
Feeding
can do that.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm also gonna go over and pick up Henrietta to make sure she doesn't wander off.
Oh, hello. I know you.
Ah, hi again.
You can see she's just kind of like bouncing up and down. Just a happy chicken.
Is this thing making any noise?
Nope.
Is it moving at all?
It's slowly rotating.
God, I want to touch the cube, but I feel like that's gonna be a really bad idea.
Hello, cube.
It's worth a shot.
I don't know. Hey, Wally, how quickly do you think you could get your sheep over here?
Probably like 5 minutes. They really like
Perfect.
me.
Perfect. Okay, Gwen, I feel like
Uh-huh.
I'm worried to turn my back on this thing because I feel like it might just vanish.
If you want, I can stay with the cube while you help. While you get back to the sheep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Wally.
Okay.
and I am walking back the way we came, but I'm walking backwards.
Okay, you can do
Like I'm
that.
keeping an eye on this cube.
Yeah, that's fair. You can do that.
Real quick, can I tell at all what this cube is made out of?
Marble.
Right, marble. Huh. Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye on this cube, I guess.
Okay.
As soon as we like reach a point in like the hills and whatnot that I cannot keep an eye on the cube anymore, I like quickly turn around and I'm like, okay, let's do this quick. Wally, do you want to ride?
Yeah, sure.
Pick him up,
Ah! You taking him
rushing
back?
towards the sheep.
Gotcha. Then those of you with the sheep see Jericho alone just kind of like rushing back with Wally.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, okay. Gwen is back there with Henrietta. Henrietta's fine, by the way. But there's also a massive rotating marble cube just suspended in midair. So let's get these sheep moving, huh?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that-
Here's
why-
sheep. Here's sheep. And you can see Wally just starts clapping his hands, going, here's sheep. And the sheep just all start to like move towards him. Come
I
on,
love
sheep.
this guy. And now start heading back.
Okay.
I'm going with him. I want to see the cube.
Yeah, I'm going too.
Anya will kind of stick back and just keep watching for the wolf while Wally gets his sheep.
Gotcha. Make a physical check then for me.
Double success.
Double success. Then, at this moment, as the rest of the Tattercoat Knights run away, as you stand there, Anya, you just kind of look in the distance. And you can see a black shape looking out at the sheep and Wally. The wolf has time. The wolf is patient. And as you are caught between a wolf and a strange cube, this is where we leave our Tattercoat Knights in this very unfamiliar situation. And it is here where we will leave our session for today. Good job,
Cube.
gang. Cube!
What's the
What is
cube?
cube?
What's the cube?
The
I want to touch
cube.
it so bad.
I want to touch that fucking cube.
Cube!
Now,
Cube.
remember the last time we just started touching things?
Yeah,
Let's-
nothing happened.
But
We're
it might
fine.
work
Technically,
this
it worked
time.
at first. It was when we
It-
kept touching it that it went wrong.
What if something
let's
really good
exercise
happens this time?
Caution and restraint.
What if we use the cube?
Jericho doesn't want to touch the cube. Dalton really wants to touch the cube.
I want to touch this
Serona
fucking
and
cube so
Caleb
bad.
really want to touch the cube.
I get to decide on the next video. I guess I'm gonna touch the cube while you guys are gone. Probably not though.
But what if you
Thank you for the
did,
session, Colin.
Anna?
Yes, thank
What if
you.
I did?
What if you did? What if you were
What if
cool?
something really cool and funny happens?
There was no level up this session, was there?
No.
Okay.
What if
Oh,
I can make
gosh.
this cube my pet?
See, you got your pet.
My pet!
It's your
My
companion
pet
character.
cube!
It's like, God, it's like Portal.
Yeah, it's my little companion cube.
Your
I-
pet is cube. It says nothing. It just sort of floats next to you.
I
Kind
could
of like
give
Frank,
it,
I guess.
yeah, I could give it limited sentience with my coat, but I'd have to touch it first.
Oh,
You, Anna,
Uh,
Anna,
What?
please,
what?
please make it
I-
sentient.
I am
To the cube.
quite curious as to what this cube would have to say.
I want to touch this cube so bad, guys.
We have to touch the cube.
I have to touch the cube. I
no,
love this
no,
cube.
no.
Yes, yes.
it's cute.
How many of
No.
us can Jericho hold back is the question.
Mhm.
Oh my god, bruh. You gotta watch for that freaking wolf, man. He's stalking, he's lurking. You thought this was the last of them?
No.
He's gonna...
Oh no, Wally's gonna get duped again immediately. We're gonna have to
What if the cube can help us against the wolf?
We have to.
So
we have
true.
to-
The cube could be the answer to all our problems.
The cube can be the answer.
What
We
if
have
it
to
takes you
idiot-
home, Jericho?
Yeah.
We have to idiot
Oh.
proof Wally.
What if it takes you to where things make sense again?
Everything makes sense with the cube.
Guys, we just got here. Can we not form a religion
It's too late. I'm sorry.
around the cube, please?
Guys,
No.
what if the cube is a Dr. Quasit invention?
I think it works too well for that.
Yeah.
Works well. What's its purpose?
To float and
Floating.
rotate, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a huge, giant rotating cube.
Yeah.
Well then,
And it's
what if
doing that.
what if its purpose is to do something fucked up and evil, and it's just not doing it right? Okay.
What if it's cool and friendly?
It could be. Hang
You
on.
guys need to be more scared of life.
No.
I need to. I'm asking Athena for a post. Hold on.